Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Today we are just going to be looking at some definitions so that we can have a head start on tomorrow. You might be looking at the screen so far and be saying, hey, I know what a hypotenuse is, and that seems pretty self-explanatory. And you're right, we're not doing anything too crazy today, but I'm going to give you a little intro to some definitions that you're probably pretty familiar with. If not, hey, you're going to get it. And then we'll be smooth sailing for the week and we'll get to see you tomorrow, which is going to be super awesome. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit. We're still kind of on the topic of these special right triangles and what operations we can use on them. That's what we're going to focus on tomorrow. Jasmine, if you're listening, we are going to use SOHCAHTOA starting this week. So that's pretty exciting. But for the rest of you, if you're not familiar with that term, let's just talk it out. So first thing I want to mention is you might see this notation somewhere along the line, either if we do some book problems or if we're just looking up something. So you might be given this weird little symbol, and this is called a theta or a theta with an F. It's just used to notate when we don't know an angle. So a lot like some of your worksheets when we're given a question mark, you might be seeing this in its place. And that just means we don't know the measure of this angle. We're trying to find it. So it's the same as an X. It's the same as a question mark. It's just a little bit of notation that you might need to know. So let's talk about this. So in terms of this unknown angle, we're going to be able to define some of the sides of our triangle. So lots of you guys are familiar with the word hypotenuse. And we know that that's the longest side of a right triangle. It's the one that connects our two legs. Now we can define our two legs dependent on that theta or the unknown angle. So if I'm given this angle here, I know that the leg opposite or just directly across from it is going to be labeled our opposite angle. And then the word adjacent technically means the side between the right angle and the angle in question, or this unknown angle, but really you can think of adjacent kind of like next to. What leg is right next to or directly touching the angle in question? And that would just be this one. So that's pretty simple. This is all I'm going to ask you to do today is just give me some definitions, write it in. What leg is opposite, which is adjacent, and where's our hypotenuse? So if you've already got it, you can kind of skip the rest of this video, but we're going to go over another one. Same right triangle. What if I want to find the other angle, or this is my angle in question? Well, we can do the same thing. Let's define our hypotenuse first. I know that's the longest leg of my triangle, longest side, which would be here. Now I'm going to find, how about we find adjacent first? Adjacent means between the right angle and the angle in question, or just right next to the angle in question. It's going to be this one. And then opposite, directly across from that angle in question, our unknown angle. And that is all. So easy day today. We're not doing anything too crazy. We're going to work on some operations tomorrow. So for tomorrow, if you want to get a head start and maybe look it up or don't worry about it, we are going to look at sine, cosine, and tangent. And you might be familiar, or you might have heard of SOHCAHTOA before. And we'll go over what all of those mean tomorrow. So don't worry too much today. Just make sure you know the difference between the hypotenuse, how to get the opposite side, or find where that is according to an angle that's missing, an unknown angle, or a side that is adjacent to our angle in question. And that is about it. I'm so excited to see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully this one is a little bit of break in your, I'm sure, very busy Monday schedule. So we'll see you soon.